What you can see here, dear viewer, is a traditional cosmetics brush. But you can also find brushes here at the LIGNA 2011, and you can see what they look like on this photograph. It looks a bit abnormal. You can find them at the company Pallmann. I'm standing next to Franz Wilbois. He's the leading of the business division for the woodworking technologies at Pallmann. Mr. Wilbois, why are you offering these brushes? Well, you have to say there are two basic topics that we're addressing here. The one is the efficient and resource-friendly usage of wood as a natural material, and on the other hand, the customers have specific wishes for their products, light boards or boards that have specific attributes, physical attributes, and that also means that we need a small detail to be able to produce a specific kind of chip with a very high permanence, so that going by industrial measures it is possible to create a product that is always exactly of the same quality. And how big is this chip in reality? The chip is 1/10 of a millimeter area, so it's like a pinhead. So we're going to the microworld more or less, the microworld of chips and wood. And then also for other materials and other industries is really precise geometry. So we've already dealt with the smallest chip in Pallmann, but now we're going to have a look at some of the other pieces of chip wood. This looks a bit like a spice shelf with different spices, but actually it's different kinds of chips here. Why are there so many different kinds, Mr. Wilbois? Well, of course, each product has its own requirements. Each producer would like to further develop his technologies and also market his technologies, and that is why we produce these specific products. Here you can see very broad chips. These are similar to the ones for OSB. OSB chips, as you can see here, this product are for building in houses, interior building. This kind of chip can be used to make, for example, a bookshelf with a special bendability, flexibility. If you put books onto a bookshelf, of course, it has to be able to bend a little bit, it has to be able to move a bit, but to still have stability. And these physical attributes can be achieved with different kinds of chips. The next one is slightly more finely ground. What is that needed for? It looks a bit like flour. Yes, it does look a bit like flour. It is made to have a special cover surface for chipboards with special attributes again. So it's a light color and very fine structure to be used also then later on when you varnish. This is a different product. It's a kind of middle layer chip. It's put onto a special kind, made by a kind of key machine. Pallmann is the only producer worldwide that has all the machines and procedures for the different kinds of wood materials, from OSB to chipboard. This is something that makes us very singular and unique. So chip is not the same as chip, so we've learned so much about chips. What about the machines? Well, we have a key machine here. It's a so-called knife ring chipper, which is used for chipboards and chipboard production. How does it work? In this case, chips are put into the beginning here, into the top here, and go through the wheel and are pressed against blades that are in this ring and are ground to 1/10 millimeter thick flakes of wood. Can I throw everything in there? Well, you can throw in quite a broad range of things. For a precision product, of course, we need specific things, specific requirements. This kind of machine also has to be looked after carefully. Of course, there is a certain amount of wear and tear, and the precision of the machine And the precision of the machine also guarantees the precision of the end product. And we have another machine by Pallmann that works in the hundredth of a millimeter area. And we're going to have a look at that machine now. Mr. Wilbois, this looks a bit like a washing machine, and extra large. Well, there is a fully automated process here, but there's a small difference. It's about €500,000 for this machine. Oh, well, yes, you can expect a lot from that kind of price. The machine can sharpen the knives in the other machine, so there's no manual maintenance here. It's absolutely precise, hundredth of a millimeter. How does it work? Can you show us? You take the whole ring from the machine into the shaft of the automat. The door is shut, and it's a similar process to what you can see here. The blades are automatically sharpened and readjusted, and so the interior can be reproduced again, and so the ring is new again after they finished. So in theory, everyone could make this kind of machine. Well, that's not quite that way. We are the market leader in the whole world. There's hardly real competition for us worldwide. And you brought us another specialty at the LIGNA 2011. It's a machine with a driving power of 14 megawatt. And we're going to have a look at that now. Here it is, the monster with 14 megawatt driving power. Mr. Wilbois, let us have a little look around it, walk around and see how big this machine is. What exactly does it do? It uses steam pressure to put chips together to make high-quality boards out of that for high-quality furniture production. We are very proud of that. The product does supplement our program that we have already, as I said, from OSB up to chipboard and so on. Thank you very much for taking the time to show us around. And dear viewers, you saw it. At the company Pallmann, they think big and everything is made small.